Hello everyone. Today in the session let us talk about comments in Kotlin programming language. So, how we have comments in other programming language like C and Java, in Kotlin also we have comments like single line comments, block or multiple line comments, and documentation comments. So these are the different type of comments we have in Kotlin, and likewise we have these kind of comments in Java and C also. Basically, comments are the annotations or the lines added to the source code which are completely ignored by the compiler or which is not executed by the compiler. Mainly, these comments are used to add descriptions to your code which explains the code, how it works, and which helps the other developers to understand the code you have written, or it may help for you itself when you go through the program, when you go through the code after a long gap. Yeah, so for example, if you want to explain the purpose of the function main, then we can write a comment like this function serves as the, yeah, now here we have written the purpose of the main function. We explain why this main function is used in single line command. You can also use multiple line commands by typing forward slash and asterisk. Multiple line command is ended with asterisk and forward slash again, and you can write whatever you want here which explains the code. So this is how block or multiple line comments work. And you can also use command to disable the parts of code instead of deleting it. For example, you are doing some trial and error method in your program and you have a logic which is flashed and you don't want to delete that part of code and you don't want it to be executed by the compiler. So in those cases also you can use commands. So for example, you are printing another 2-3 lines of code like print learning Kotlin, println numbers, println any integer numbers or any float or double, and you don't want to print this integer, then you can comment it out this line of code. Or you want to explain this print statement, this prints a string, you can write a comment after this line of code which explains this line of code. Now let us run our program once. Yeah, here you can see the comments are not printed in the output console, and this commented line is also not printed here. We also have one more comment called as documentation comment, which is written within forward slash double asterisk and ended with single asterisk and one forward slash. These documentation comments are used to describe and document your classes, methods, and these comments are also ignored by compiler like other two comments. And also, documentation comments may be converted into browsable documentation using external editors. Now let us see how this documentation comment works. Let us write one function called func, and here let us print some string. This is a new function, and let's call this function in our main function. Yeah, now let's put documentation comment to this new function. This is a new function to understand documentation comment. Now if we hover over this function, then here you can see the message what we have given inside the documentation command. So likewise, we have so many documentation commands which are written to these inbuilt functions like println, main and all. So if we hover over println, there we can see a message like prints the given message and the line separator to the standard output stream. You can even open the source code. Yeah, this is the documentation command for the println function, and which is the same displayed here when we hover over println function. Yeah, this is all about commands in Kotlin program. In our next session, let us talk about variables in Kotlin programming language. Thank you.